Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey dude, should we have some news? Copper Squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, yes! Hello and welcome to the AAA meeting where one of the A's means ampersand. And it's Monday, my dudes! Which means today your host is your favourite drunken uncle. It's me, Drunken Uncle! And I'm joined, as always, by my colonial co-hosts and collaborators, the patriotic pal, Sinatra Says.
Hello.
And Peter the Dub is Pollybobs.
Hello.
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 Are you okay?
Me or him? Am I okay?
Yeah, because you're
No,
like, hello.
I am. My breath is very, very laboured right now. I had to cycle a bicycle in the cold, and therefore it
Cycle?
stoked the inner fires of my lungs, and the air felt icy hot, and then I just complained about it the rest of the way. So before
You just-
go on.
Inadvertently unlocked a core memory that I thought was gone forever. When I was in I don't know, 6th grade, maybe 5th, my best friend, he's like, man, I have to warn you. And I said, what's the matter? He said, don't jerk off with Ben Gay, and just walked away.
Sorry, what's Bengay?
It's
like a warm-up liniment. Think about that for a second. Like it. Whew. That smells like. Well, you, drunken uncle.
Well, you don't know how I smell.
Well, you're a drunken uncle. They smell like Ben Gay.
Is it the Ben part or the gay part that made you think that?
Neither. It's from like the fucking 50s or whatever. The gay meant like
I thought it was from China.
like no, it's like jolly.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
it's from China now, but
I'm sure. I think it was Doctors Ben and Doctors Gay that came up with it.
And then they went into the ice cream business. So this man was talking from experience here then, Sinatra.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair enough. He did it so you don't have to. And that sage advice goes out to you in the chat as well there, guys. Don't jerk off with Ben Gay.
Or any other warm-up liniment. I don't care if it's like,
Albus oil.
Yeah.
Vicks
Don't
Vapor
use Tiger.
Rub.
Right. Tiger Balm, all no-nos.
Okay.
Anything with a strong vaporous aroma that warms up when you rub it in, don't. Just
I did there was
people that do it dry for centuries, just stick with that.
It wasn't. It's not a masturbation story, unfortunately. But I could make it one if you want. I'd prepared my vegetables for the evening, and one of which included some of those little peppers, some of those hot little peppers, the jalapenos. And I did all of that, and it was all prepared and everything. It was sat in the fridge. Like, yeah, brilliant. Okay. And I was going to go out to the pub, so I jumped in the shower and immediately regretted it as I washed my balls, which became as hot as the fire of 1,000 suns.
It's always kind of just been innate whenever I work with jalapenos. I either put gloves on or use a paper towel or something so I don't have too much direct contact with the pepper.
Yeah, I should have learned my lesson.
I should have talked to you before I made what roasted peppers. Shit, what are they called?
Roasted peppers, dude.
Well, roasted hot peppers go by like fancy Hispanic name here. What are they called, Sin?
You jalapeno. You're looking at a bell pepper there, sir.
No, we're not talking a capsicum. We're talking about like hot peppers.
A fucking
In this
what?
case- Capsicum? How do you say it?
Is that another
No, that's what Aussies
cream?
Aussies call it. I thought because it's of the family capsicum, so they call bell peppers. Thank you, bell peppers. Fist bump. That's their name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Australia, they come from the Great Capri Sun Estate or something, do they? Like, what?
No, it's like Kingdom Found Class Order Family Genus Species, like the genus of all those peppers is capsicum, so they decided to get all taxological with their nomenclature.
Nah, I don't like it.
No, neither do I. But you guys have an aubergine, so I mean, who are you?
Yeah, but then like, what do you call like fucking? There's a type of lettuce, arugula.
Well, you know what? I hate it. So I'm fine
Arugula,
with you hating on the name. Yeah, arugula is like, those are weeds you should have left in your backyard. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like
rocket.
people using shallots.
Thank you. The shallot is the fucking bastard love child of an onion and a garlic. Like, pick one.
You mean a shallot?
Yes.
As in
My
that
kid
shallot?
used to just eat them out of the yard, and
Yes,
you could always
tight-panted man, a shallot.
you could always tell when they ate them because they would just stink. The kids would stink. Like, are you eating the fucking grass again?
It's something only a father with a son would be able to relate to that, right? Daughters don't tend to go out and eat grass.
Oh no, the daughter did it too.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Right.
Yep, she's retarded as well.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, it's at some point you got to think like, maybe there's just maybe it's good that you guys stopped using leaded petrol, you know. So,
and a few decades later, no more lead paint on our houses. We're just doing great.
But the damage was already done. The damage was done. So we got your Capri Sun, your shallot, your aubergine.
Just help me out here. What's the fucking takeout restaurant I don't go to with the giant wraps that'll make you shit blood?
Chipotle.
Thank you. Chipotle. I was trying to make homemade chipotle peppers, which worked out fine. It's just roasting some habanero peppers. Somebody in the chat said habanero. Yes, they were. Scotch bonnet, particularly. Scotch bonnet.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
And so, yeah. Little olive oil, little salt into the oven with them. And then, I was pushing down on them with my fingertips, no gloves, like a moron, trying to chop them all nice and fine to make some chipotle mayo. The mayo turned out great. The burning under my fingernails. After I'd washed my hands, like 20 minutes later, I started feeling a tingling under my nails because, like I said, I was using chopping with my right hand, my left hand with my fingers just kind of pushed down. So I was trying to, I was trying to chop. I was trying to push them down real well to the chopping board because I want to cut up real fine to go up in the mayo. And yeah, that burned and there was no washing it off. I tried to brush under my nails with my nail brush. No dice. It just, use
The thing
gloves.
is, I mean, that's down to Scovilles, isn't it? And when it comes to that...
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, it was just...
Water actually makes it worse, I think, which is something I discovered when, I chopped up my jalapenos and I jumped into the shower and my balls felt as though I was gonorrhea. And someone said, well, why, you idiot, Millard, why didn't you wash in milk? And I said, what? Because I'm not fucking Cleopatra for one, mate. Like, why would...
This economy? Want to just throw some eggs at some kids?
In this financial climate? What?
You mentioned Scotch bonnets. My mom told me a story one time, a long time ago, 50 years now, probably at this point. She grew Scotch bonnets in her yard, and she was just eating one. She was just eating one.
Sure, as you do.
And my uncle was like, "Is that a hot pepper?" My mom's like, "No." And it's a Scotch bonnet, so it's super fucking hot.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, I want to see you eat the whole thing before I believe you. So she stared him cold in the eye, bit it, ate it, swallowed it, and just was like, yeah. He did the same thing with it. He went through the roof. He went after my mom. He chased her around. He got sick. And that's hilarious. Like, Mom, you are a trooper.
Yeah. Her eyes didn't waver, nor water, nor sweat.
Yeah. And as he looked deep into her eyes and saw nothing. There was nothing in there, Polly. Just an empty hole.
That's pretty hardcore, honestly. Like, eating a whole Scotch bonnet pepper, yeah, they're not to be fucked with.
They're not. No, I think like she might actually be like a bird.
Yeah.
Well, now she has genuinely debilitating stomach issues, so I think that has a part of it.
Yeah, okay. What goes around comes around. Polly, go ahead and grab that, buddy.
Lindsay Ellis's mugshot, thank you for the $3. Another good tip is to not masturbate to pictures of me. I came across a copy of my book in the bargain bin, and my round head was on the back cover, and not my picture taken for being drunk in public. Yes, don't jerk off to pictures of Lindsay Ellis. It just encourages her.
Who's Lindsay Ellis?
Do you remember? She's a Beyond Hope or Reprieve bread tuber.
Oh.
Yeah, she's one of those Sean and Jen types.
Yeah, she was from That Guy with the Glasses, the former nostalgia chick. If that rings a bell at all.
Like, you know, brunette hair, alabaster skin.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
I see. I know what my co-host likes.
Yeah. Okay, but also chubby and communist. So, you know.
Which normally don't go hand in hand all that often, do they?
Only in the West.
Real communism. Yeah, in the West.
Yeah. Only on bread tube. How are you a fat communist? Come on.
Fantastic. We got
they all are.
Bean Gay threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish, saying Ricky Penis. And that was all that was needed to be said right there. So you told him Steve Dave for $1.99. Said, I'd put icy hot on my eyelids in order to stay awake for all-nighters. Sounds like a good torture method for you lazy bastards in the chat. Fix the ratio or get icy hot in the wrong places. Fuckers. Now, I'd do as he says, guys, because like, he has got a stockpile of icy hot and no conscience. I've seen him do it to kids and puppies with kids. He'll spray it straight in your face. Thank you very much, Steve Dave and Being Gay. And in fact, hey, Sin, Ezzy Slays is in the chat. Oh, shit.
Yo.
$4.99 super chat saying, good to see the old gang doing well. Much love, yo. And much love to you, Ezzy Slays. Now, of course, if you want to be like Bean Gay, you tell him Steve Dave and Ezzy Slays, then you too can give us your hard-earned spondoolies by going to streamlabs.com/drunken uncle, streamlabs.com/poly_dub live. No, sorry. Wait, hang on. Is there an underscore?
Would you, what?
Is there an underscore? Is it?
Polydub underscore? No, it's just Polydub
Polydub live.
Yeah.
And streamlabs.com/Sinatra says live streams with an underscore. Now, the links are down in the description. And you may also notice while you're down there, because there is the menu, there's what's on offer. There is a new addition to the notifications. Sinatra, I did it. I made a new notification.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
What's it at?
Well, you see, the thing is, I don't make new notifications very often. It's set straight 200. But now hear me out, because it's up there with the Battle of the Bastards. It's an epic montage of awesomeness. Yeah. So hey. I mean, if it happens, brilliant. If it doesn't happen, never mind, because we're not going anywhere. How was your weekend, Polly?
It did end the week.
Yeah. Did it
end on
a Sunday?
No, it ended on a Saturday, as in the rest of the civilized world.
It's not really it's the Jewish calendar you're going off of there, mate. So I don't know if we want to use the word civilized.
Gregorian.
No, Gregorian is months.
Months.
Yeah, that was because his name was Gregory.
For that in the turn of the century.
His name was Gregory Month, and that's the guy who invented the calendar.
Yeah, like Jules, the guy who invented the previous one.
Or Jules, the guy who shot Marvin in the face.
Right.
I don't get that one.
Pulp Fiction.
I don't remember the names. I remember Honey Bunny.
Jules was Samuel L. Jackson's greasy afro character.
So it was Samuel L. Jackson, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, it did. Touche. Yeah, pretty much.
He's the one of two black guys in the entire movie.
Yeah, and it was actually Vincent Vega who shot him in the face, but whatever. Let's not pick nits.
Who's counting, right? Who's counting right there?
So my weekend was good. It was all right. Okay.
No. I mean, look, you just said, well, look, I said, how was your weekend? You went, well, it ended the week. I'm like, well, okay, so he's had enough then. Fair enough. That's all Polly's got to offer on the subject.
No, it's a good time. I got a lot done. Errands, and more errands, and watched a Cary Grant movie, which was excellent. In any case, so speaking of new donations,
yeah,
I've been doing a spate of new donations, and I have.
I've noticed.
Yeah, and I've created a new one that is almost finished. It is all I need to do is add the music and a few anime effort sounds, and I'm done. My new Genshin Impact donation. That was.
I thought it was called Rurouni Kenshin.
You motherfucker! You can now. That you're dedicated at this point. You're committed. I won't let you go back. Okay?
No.
You leaned into this. This is the angle. All right. That's it.
I don't have a new donation to pimp, but I just have one I want to get these guys' reaction to, and it's $32.85, but
and a guy setting a world with a Barrett 50 caliber rifle. There's another donation I have, and I don't have them finished, but I will tonight.
No, I believe you, man.
So let's get on to ask him about his weekend, then we can hear about yours, and then I can get on to telling him about this griddle I found for him and why he's wrong about cheesesteaks, potentially.
You want to do that bit, do you?
I do want to do it, because I actually looked up on Amazon griddle tops, and I found some promising options.
All right.
The only thing about the ones on Amazon is they're all small. They're super small. Like the one I saw was like 8x11. It's the size of
Where
a
are
pussy.
we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Let's let me bust these out, and then let's give a bit of context to what you guys are talking about here. We got Sophia Loren's side eye through Tree Fiddy said, "What's Jesus Christ? What's on the menu tonight? Let me guess: spaghetti, and even more spaghetti without that bitch Jane Mansfield." Fucking sterling work. And Common Thomas just threw $5 saying, I went shopping today at a grocery store next to a high school and got accosted by a teacher who thought I looked like a high schooler. At least I'm not a sack of limes. Well, I'm not a sack of limes either, and I'm not a fucking... What's the other one's called? Beringer? What?
Bergamonts.
There you go.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Aubergines or what's the other weird? What do you got? What do you call this? A zucchini?
Oh, it's a courgette, mate. It's a courgette.
A courgette. That's the other weird one.
I thought that was the neck protector.
No, it's a type of car. But you've got
that's a Corvette.
Arugula, which is it's called Rocket. Over here.
And the $32.85 is pre-ordering limes for Friday. I won't forget.
Well, yeah, but we can only do it for 1 week, for this week. Them's his rules. Otherwise, I'm never going to not be limes again. And I worked hard on this avatar. Well,
and let's not pretend that I haven't heard foreign names for things that already have names here. And I've decided, wait, that's better.
The moon.
It's not a foreign name, is it? It's what it's called.
No, that's a descriptor. It has a name.
No, that would be a moon, and even then it's a noun.
Yeah, I don't care what preposition you put in front of it. You're still wrong.
Well, I propose that fuck you. It's called the moon.
No. Whether I call you Drunkle or the Drunkle, your name is still Drunkle.
And my name is actually Millard Fuxley Duke. Lord Millard Fuxley Duke. B.A.
Foxley is something that's never
Fuxley,
died.
Sir, Fuxley.
But, surely you cannot call your son Sheringsford and in the modern day and expect not to be laughed at.
What are you doxing my children for, man? Well, no, I know. I
Foxley
name
is totally workable. It's interesting.
But it's Fuxley. It's not Foxley. It's Fuxley.
Is it F-A-U-X?
How's F-U.
Foley.
F-U-X-L-E-Y.
Oh, his kid's name is Mick Foley.
No, my children's name are Zenith and Quasar.
And Fuxley, apparently.
With that, my whore of an ex-wife, Peach Bailey. Right, so...
Whatever happened to that bitch?
Yeah, what happened to her?
She took all my money and moved away.
Isn't that always the way?
Sucking some Turkish guy's dick on a yacht somewhere.
Jimmy's Dead Polyword Storage. Oh, so you got it wrong. It's not Jimmy's Dead. It's not Polyword Storage. That's Sinatra Word Storage.
No, Sinatra's well, I can't say it, but that's the
Sinatra's the epithet. Poly is the slurs. What kind of coffee do you think Jimmy bought? Do you think it was duty free? Do you think Jimmy insisted on all the duties on his coffee as possible? Thank you. Some gourmet shit.
What I would have accepted some. What did he say? Folgers freeze dried something.
Yeah, something.
Pollywood. So so before the show started, Sinatra was. I think you had seen a video about Philly cheese. Or no, it was just cheesesteaks, wasn't it? Not Philly cheesesteaks. And was asking, can he get a griddle to just, put on the stovetop? Which,
no, a grill top.
A grill top, my mistake. In which Polly just comes in and goes, yeah, you can get a huge slab of metal and put it on the grill top if you want. But it says that
it's not the way I said it.
That is how you said it, and that's why I was like, all right, mate, you ain't got to be like that. Just say no, for fuck's sake. No, really, you can. I didn't mean to sound sarcastic.
I was just telling somebody this story the other day. Let me tell you actual sarcasm.
God damn it.
Bloody fool.
Man, did I ever crank the fucking compression on that one? It's so loud.
Wait till you hear if it gets hit. The one I was talking about earlier. I made it so it resonates with headphones.
Oh, goody. Sir Miller Duck, thank you for the 950.
All right.
I am still here and better than that fermenting pile of citrus, that faux wit. Fucks wit.
No, I think faux wit is correct. I think that was actually Sir Mallard Quaxley Duck right there, sir.
No, I think someone was calling you a fuckwit.
Yeah. So I knew my mum watched this show.
Yeah, that fermenting pile of citrus fuckwit.
We're making a rather nice lime hooch. Right, so cheesesteaks.
Yeah, requiring a griddle.
Requiring a grill, but you have, I would say, a unique solution, but should we say an exotic solution?
Yeah, a wok works well for a griddle and a jam. And then Sin said, well, I don't know about that because, and I said, well, if you're trying to feed a line full of people, at which case he compared his family to a line full of people.
Yes.
And that's as far as we got before. And then I said I got all kinds of opinions on cheesesteaks and Drunken. So that's it. Hold on, we're taking it live.
Yeah. I mean, the moment I hear that you're opinionated on some kind of food, I'm like, right, let's start the show.
Yeah.
Right,
well, you know what?
What hill will you die on when it comes to cheesesteaks?
Oh, okay. Look, people need to come to terms with certain things about Philly cheesesteaks. Okay, one.
Right.
They don't have fancy, exotic smoked Gouda or whatever the fuck other kind of cheese you want. There's only two kinds of cheese that go on there. Provolone or Cheese Whiz. That's it. And people go, oh my God, Cheese Whiz. Yeah, fucking Cheese Whiz. Accept it.
No.
Go to Geno's or any of the fucking classic
Maybe a Philly
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just talking about a cheesesteak. I can put pepper jack and cheddar on my cheesesteak if I want, because I'm not claiming it's a Philly.
Well, see, that's gay. Have you ever had one with Cheese Whiz? Wit cheese?
I'm 30 years old and I've never had Cheese Whiz.
What is Cheese Whiz?
Canned cheese. It's disturbing and uncomfortable.
Oh, I thought that was a meme.
I'm talking to two
real?
guys. One has never had it and the other one doesn't know what it is. What are you... What communist village did you grow up in?
Well, in my defense, right, I live in a country where we don't serve cheese in a can. And
you don't even eat cheese.
And secondly, I don't even eat cheese, right? So how the fuck am I supposed to know what it is? You know what? It's not barking up my proverbial tree right here, you know? It's not floating my goat. They could sell it over here and I wouldn't know.
I am more than happy with pepper jack / hot pepper cheese and then cheddar.
I bought some cheese yesterday.
Okay, look, you got a bunch of people talking a whole bunch of fucking smack about Cheese Whiz. Like, if you don't like it, that's fine. But there's actual cheese in there. Damn it. Not a lot.
3-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, it's not canned, by the way. It's jarred. Shows what you know. Comes in a
It's
glass
not jarred.
jar.
It's got a spray can.
Cheese Whiz comes in a spray can. See,
Doesn't it?
No. It comes in a glass jar. It's a spreadable thing, not a spray thing. And spray cheese is fine.
Oh, I thought that was spray cheese.
No.
I mean, like the word whiz does kind of suggest a sort of sprayability here.
Okay,
You know?
no, I've had this. Yeah, no. I thought it was the cheese in a can.
No.
So did I. It was probably because when Polly said it's cheese in a can.
Excuse me? No, I didn't.
Did you not?
Pull the tape.
I pulled a tape. But then, like, you know, if you didn't say it, then Sinatra said it. I said it. Sinatra said it, and you left it a very long time before correcting us.
I just figured that, you know, growing up in the communist village, you don't have ready access to information and didn't know.
All right, first of all, it's socialist. It's not communist, right?
Oh, excuse me.
Well, it's mainly the NHS. But all the socialists are on strike right now because, you know, they're not getting paid enough. Zenith Duke threw $1. Said, Daddy, tell Quasar it's my turn on the Xbox. They're hogging it again. Ah, God damn it. Quasar, if I have to come in there, I will hit you with my ring hand. There you go, Zenith. Handle your own shit in future. Otherwise, you're going to end up like Tsunami.
Freedom.
So that is the hill that you're willing to die on. Is that there's two types of cheese, and one of that is allowed to go on a cheesesteak, and one of which comes in jar form.
Well, it's got to be like, you know, proper bread, shaved beef, griddle top cooked, and then with provolone or cheese whiz.
Wait,
you go to
shaved
restaurants
beef?
and
This is not an actual steak
cut real
here.
thin.
This is
No, it is. It's just cut real, you know, generally thin, as opposed to like, you know, chunks or hunks of steak.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You go to a restaurant and they'll have like Philadelphia cheesesteak on the menu, and it's like with lettuce and onions and arugula and shallots.
No mushrooms, no onions.
Yeah, it's just disgusting
Bread,
things.
cheese,
and it's like,
meat. That's all I
yeah,
want.
exactly. Bread, cheese, meat up top. Just get your cheese sorted out and you'll be good to go.
I'll have the onions. I like onions.
No.
It would provide
devil's
a nice
weed.
crunch.
I'm a texture guy more than anything.
I've heard.
So like that's
I've
why I
heard
can't
people
do.
say that about you. Yeah.
Hold on. In the chat, Lady Monteceros, okay, WTF, Cheese Whiz is definitely in a spray can. It's easy cheese that's in the spray can. Kraft cheese is in the can.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that says easy.
Because I thought so too.
I
yeah,
don't know,
it's
man.
pronounced like easy.
It's a cheese in a can is.
But there was Cheese Whiz in a can.
Oh,
God
actually,
wasn't
Zombie
there
Teddy
for
has a good point. Putting a nice tablespoonful of cheese whiz in your mac and cheese, yeah, cheeses it up. Because that powdered cheese isn't, you know, enough for me. I like it extra cheesy.
What? Okay.
And
a bunch of Tabasco too.
This is, you know, this is the show that I host here on a Monday, and we have been talking about cheese for 11 minutes now. It's just I have nothing to add to this conversation. Besides the fact that I bought some cheese last night, which no one seemed to care about. There was no like, oh my God, Drunken, you know, what the fuck is that about? Why did you buy cheese? I'd have thought that would be quite an enticing tippet.
Oh, I was enticed.
Oh. You sound sarcastic again.
No.
No, okay.
Also, I was telling someone a story that reminds me the other day. Let me tell you what actual sarcasm sounds like.
Oh.
Okay? Or smart ass response.
Oh, sure. I'd love to
like.
hear that.
You fucking cocksucker. All right. I'm talking to a friend of mine and, trying to think of something to get the blood pumping in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm standing there in front of my French press waiting for it to do its steeping thing with the grounds. Gourmet shit. And And I'm doing I'm going to stretch. I'm going to do and I'm like, oh, you know what? This actually gets the blood pumping. While I'm doing this in the morning, I should do like some things. And I knew a couple of people at that time that were like into yoga in my department at campus.
Right.
And I asked one of them when we're standing around, I'm like, is there a kind of yoga that doesn't involve all the spiritual bullshit mumbo jumbo? And he said, yeah, it's called stretching, dumbass.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay, now you want to talk about contemptuous? Holy shit! Like that guy just like wow. Just because I called your fucking new age hokum, doesn't mean you need to get all mad about me fucking correctly labeling your malarkey.
I mean, he's not wrong. I remember seeing something. It was a Wikipedia thing. I think someone was asking if there was like a particular sort of fish, how they see. I think because they live in like the deep dark recesses of the fucking where the eldritch terrors live deep beneath the ocean, and so they looked it up and it said this I think it was like a ghost fish or some shit like that, I don't know, and they went the ghost fish actually manages to see through these things called eyes. Like it actually got sarcasm from a fucking Wikipedia page.
Why? The lesser known articles on Wikipedia, you encounter some shit where it's just, wow, no editors have caught up with this page yet, huh? It's just too obscure, so they've gotten away with this.
You can have fun with Wikipedia like that. There's some very sarcastic writers out there. Should we have some news?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, real quick though,
yeah.
Sin, I'm looking at a cast iron griddle here. It's black, and it's 42 inches by 24 inches. That's not bad.
That might be a little too big for my grill, but send it over. I'll take a look.
All right.
All right. So, shit. Let's take a quick look at the old bingo card here. Of course, nothing has changed because I've been very busy making a donation and complaining. Because complaining takes a lot of time. Chat wins the game and articles pulled up in 1 or 2 minutes. We had gun talk, but it was only for a moment. I don't think it really counted. Polly, that rant didn't count, I don't think. We didn't have a fucking massive donation. We've not started the news. I've not punned yet. No donation play at the same time. Polly was here as well when the show started, so Jesus fucking Christ. I think we're looking all right here. We're looking all right. Let's get well into it, though. Let's get into this bad boy. And let's have some goddamn news. AaA that is Polly Sinatra. If you would direct your attention over to the Discord and people in the chat, I got you back.
What's the magic word?
Well, no, I'm not asking you. I'm doing you a favour with my news. Please.
There we go.
Fucking cunt. For Christ's sake. I hate Mondays. I hate them. Just like I hate cheese. Which, again, no one cares why I bought cheese. I will retain the air of mystery around dairy products.
You should be buying cheese.
But
you
why?
should be.
Why? I
because
don't eat
it's delicious and good protein.
Well, I mean, only one of those is true.
Okay, why did you buy cheese?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay. Well, I'm never asking you a question
because
again.
There is whatever again.
Never ever.
That's a big thing to say. There's a guy who shoplifts when he comes to the pub where I drink, and he'll see. And normally he's got like some steaks and shit like that. Like, yeah, fucking brilliant.
Freedom.
But he's really, really short of money, and he's going, oh, yo, Millard, come and have a look what I got. Yeah, okay, no worries. I got all this cheese. I got some ham. I'll give the lot to you for £15. I was like,
At these cheeseburgers, man.
I don't like cheese though, mate. I've got no use for that or anything. Like, oh, come on, mate, go on, £10. I go, mate, look, you could be saying I'll give it to you for free. I still have no use for cheese. Oh, go on, £5. I actually had £5 on me. I was like, all right then. Because it sounded like I'm an expert at haggling at this point, but I'm not. I just genuinely didn't want the cheese. So I ended up with like fucking 10 blocks of cheese for £5. And I just went and sold them all in the pub for £3 each.
Nice.
I've got one left. And I don't know what to do with that. So, Polly, send me your address and I'll send you some cheese through the post.
No, that'd be like getting pink sauce in an unrefrigerated or unsealed container. It's just asking for some sort of infection.
Why? It's because it's English cheese, isn't it? It's because it's English.
I've
Cheddar
got a
is a place, sir.
I've had cheddar from
I've got
cheddar.
a question for you guys.
Okay.
So, my
Well,
aunt
hold on.
was
I thought
telling
you
me
said
this
you was
story.
never going to ask me a question again.
Polly, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
My aunt was telling me a story. And she was at the store and they caught this dude shoplifting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just relaying the information that she told me.
Mm-hmm.
They caught this dude shoplifting, and in his cart he had a pack of ramen, like 2 rolls of those individual toilet paper, you know, the like super terrible ones.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
He had a pack of ramen, the
Mm-hmm.
2 rolls of the like the shitty toilet paper,
Yep.
and the smallest bag of dog food the store had. And he tried to walk out without paying for it.
Okay.
Like,
So
oh
he's
my God,
swinging
that's-
for the fences. Okay.
like, this is some desperation.
Yeah,
I'd be
you-
stealing.
you
Like,
didn't-
that's what.
You didn't
As
say
long as you're
anything.
walking out with it, I mean, it's lobster tails and foie gras for me.
But then, like, did you offer to pay for it or something? She said no. I said, it's ramen and dog food. Like, the guy's not stealing steak and lobster. Like,
Mhm.
And she apparently nobody else did. I'm like, man, that's what, maybe $20 worth of shit. And you might fucking someone should throw the guy a bone. Would you guys buy it?
Mate, look, if I saw it, I didn't see anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like someone stealing, like, diapers. You
Oh
didn't
no,
see
the,
shit,
the
you know?
the store caught his ass.
Mm.
But I was like, I feel like I would have been like, I'll just pay for this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. And, I mean, I don't want to end up, you know, spooging all the cheese profits on it. But, yeah, no, I probably would, yeah.
Maybe $20.
Yeah, it is sad. I hear you.
And you know, if it was anything else, if it was anything else other than that, I'd be like, no, fucking stealing ground beef. But no, it's just it's ramen noodles and dog food.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's on the fucking store as well, isn't it? It's just like, Jesus, just let the man go. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but
You
that's the
know,
thing. It sucks. Like, even if you pay for it, you still, like, I mean, they're not gonna let him go.
No, they probably wouldn't.
Man,
No.
just take it, you know? Fuck.
That's when I'd like pretend I'm on my phone and just absentmindedly walk into one of the store employees, like, oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking hell. What cunt store manager that is as well. Now we're gonna prosecute. Oh, come on, man.
Make an example to all the other pores.
Yeah, right? That's your main crime here. Mudshot Pirate threw $1. He said, I spotted a blind man at a nude beach. It wasn't hard. Hey. And Donkey Punch threw $5, said, it's been a while since the last time you got some positive reinforcement. So here, you, sir, are the Welshest, pineapplest bitch I know. No need to thank me. None of that is accurate, Donkey Punch, but I will take the money anyway because, I mean, it just bolsters my cheese profits. Let's get into the news.
Oh, and we will in just a hot second. Shadowclaw, thank you for the $1. Well, shit, it's fine. Shadowclaw, thank you for the $1. Hey, my cuddly otter host. Today I saw a river otter for the first time. Never saw one in my town before. This shit was just chilling on some ice. I've never seen an otter outside of the zoo.
Why do you,
I don't even know if
I get Welsh pineapple, bitch, and you get cuddly otter.
Yeah, but I got
Where-
people call me all sorts of shit in chat, so it kind of makes up for it.
Good.
Where do otters live naturally?
Well, the river otters live in rivers,
Yeah.
and then the sea otters live in, the sea.
Yeah, but they don't just live in every river. Like, I have the mighty Cuyahoga River, and I have seen nary an otter.
The
does sound
mighty
icy.
Cuyahoga River, and I've seen nary an otter. Tell us, sea captain, what other tall tales are you going to spin before a jaunty shanty?
One time the river caught on fire.
Is that the river?
No,
that caught
hold
fire?
on. We're getting into that. Hold on. What?
The Cuyahoga? What is it called?
The Cuyahoga, but
Cuyahoga.
I don't think it was that river, but I think it runs into that one.
Oh. No, I've heard the legend. The legend of
The Burning River.
yeah, the Burning River.
Why does that sound like a
Yeah,
Johnny
it caught on
Cash
fire
song?
due to the pollution.
Yeah.
Cleveland used to be, it still is, a big metal industry town, and they just way back in the when they would just throw the shit in the river, like, okay, just yeet it in the fucking river, and the one day it just caught on fire.
Fuck
You
hell.
actually do have a good point. Like Cannibalistic Wizard says he lives in Longview, Washington. And has been denied G's, apparently. He lives in Longview, Washington. I mean, you've really been there's something wrong with your G key, Cannibalistic Wizard. That's too
Fucking
bad.
yeah. Goddamn communists.
They've taken the G from him. What did he do? But I don't know which rivers. It's actually a good question. There are river otters in North America, but I have no idea where. Actually, you think of all people I would know, but I don't.
An otter get from one river to another, you know? Like, you got, like, a teenage otter is just like, I hate you, Mum and Dad. I didn't ask to be born. Or hatched, or wherever otters come from. Like, he's going to...
They're mammals, they're born.
Yeah, but consider the platypus.
Yeah,
What?
but that's like Aussie land.
River otters are common in Ohio. I have seen nary an otter.
Nary an otter to be... They're hiding from you, man.
The Ohio Division of Wildlife began a 7-year project to reintroduce the species to the state. Over the period, 123 otters were captured in Arkansas and Louisiana using modern foothold traps. They were released in Grand River, Killbuck Creek, Little Muskegum River, and Stillwater Creek watersheds. Since then, there have been over 75 confirmed watersheds throughout the state. What?
But like, how does it, like, you have, like, one river where there's, like, a shit ton of otters, and they're like, right, you know, it's time to do the old... what's that game where you die of dysentery? Oregon Trail.
The Oregon Trail.
Is it? There you go. So they do that, but otter style, right? And you just see it like some kind of like a caravan of otters just walking across land, looking for a river to call their own. Or is there just like one?
Did you just say Arkansas?
It's Arkansas.
I am dedicated to that pronunciation, and it amazes me. Still running across people that have never heard it said that way.
It is Arkansas. Every time I read it, I in my head, you know, you got your inner monologue. It's Arkansas, but like every time I read the word photography in my head, I go, photography.
Photography.
I sent Steve Dave for $1 said, you want to start a folk band called Burning River? Yes. I sent out a tweet the other day. I forget what it was, but it was somewhere in the tweet it said like OnlyFans and depression or OnlyFans and uppers or something like that. And fucking Bear came and he's like, hey, that's the 301th album from Mosque. I go, fuck yeah, it is.
301th.
Love it. You know what? So I just said like pronunciate. It's an ongoing thing between Inquisitor and myself that he insists that it's said pronunciation.
Yeah, since the beginning of time. Yeah.
So I, always quick to retort to him. I'll pronounce my words any way that I want. Because it's like, no, it's pronounce and then pronunciation. It's like I can't do it. It's pronunciation.
It's enunciate.
Yeah, enunciate. That just sounds poncy.
It is. It's only the only theatre directors use that word.
And the people who call themselves theatre directors, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, lovies. They're called. They're called lovies because they go, "Oh, lovey, how are you, darling?"
That's fucking priceless. Or lovies.
They're called lovies. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got a tight schedule that they need to keep with all their rendezvous. Like, I don't know. And when watching, like, and that word stands the fuck out to me all the time now. Like, I'll hear actors in movies and shit say pronunciation. I'm like, see, it's a regional thing. I've got to figure it out what regions people say pronounce versus pronounce. Because I think pronounce. I think it's an East Coast thing to say pronunciation, but I'm sure like every fucking little city and hamlet all the way down the East Coast has a different way of saying it.
I say pronunciation.
Look, you've got residents of your country which say axe instead of ask, you know?
No, that's just
wrong.
That is also almost entirely the South.
It's also wrong.
It is wrong. It's objectively wrong.
It's one thing when they say it, Polly, but when it's written down, oh, for Christ's sake.
I've never seen it written.
I would pay actual money, a $5 bill to the first person that I'm reading, and they, to ask you a question, and they type AX. Or in your case, Drunkle AXE.
Thank you.
No problem. Yoga Meister Jackass, thank you for the $1. You know, stretching like what you do when you wake up while fighting off that hangover, the one caused by that shit that you harked up last night. Oh, now you want to remember, huh? Take $1, dumbass. Yeah, that kind of contempt was the way it was said. It was just...
Fucking Canadians still say a boot. You're talking about axe. A boot is so much more egregious.
It's more of an accent thing, though, isn't it?
You're one to talk about accents.
I like to say things incorrectly, ironically. You guys know that about me. Like the other day, even though it was cold, I had my bedroom window open. And they went, Millard, how come your bedroom window is open? I went, it's because of the mould on my wall. So I just, if I keep the window open, I get more circulants. Right, they just kind of, wait, what?
Your menacing has seeped its way into my regular repertoire.
I'm glad to hear it. Nice.
That's
it will happen. To interchange with Selenium to really confuse people. It's good fun.
It'd be like, go along the road. Watch out for the bicyclist.
The bicyclist, that one's good.
And then every now and then, toss in scientician. It throws people.
A scientist, that's nice.
Scientician's a good one. That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson's. It's like
He's
usually when I want the people from Pfizer are scienticians and that kind of thing.
Freedom.
Pfizer
sounds vague. Pfizer, They put the P up there for the profits.
You start off saying it ironically, and then all of a sudden, it has actually managed to worm its way into your common parlance.
Yeah.
The lexicon of the mind.
As opposed to the
lexicon of the teeth.
The dictionary, mate.
No, I'm aware I said as opposed to the lexicon of what? The library? There's another one. I know people that legitimately, unintentionally call it the library.
Oh, yeah. And,
that's just sad. It's the place of literacy, and, God damn it.
Go there more often. What do you have a stack of bricks on top of your house to let out all the smoke? It's a chimney.
I don't know anyone that says that, but okay.
What I really hate with libraries is, for some reason over here, they changed the name. And I had to act, because, I was a mature student when I started university. And they went, yes, you can find these resources in the LRC. Any questions? My hand immediately goes up. Yes, Millard. What the fuck is an LRC? It's the library. Well, then just say that. Oh, no, but it's easier if we say LRC. It's not, is it? Because we're having this conversation. If you just said library,
it's not,
everyone would know.
LRC library. It's three.
But no,
it's the same
it's
fucking.
not though,
it's
is
not
it?
easier at all.
Because it still had to be explained to me, so it wasn't easier at all.
If somebody told me that I can go pick up my papers at the LRC, I'd be like, the who?
It means Learning Resource Center.
I know what it means, but it's still why?
I did not.
I didn't know that.
It's like, why? Why are we taking stuff that's perfectly fine and turning it into something else completely?
And I still had to ask. So it's like, it's not easier at all. If anything, you made it more difficult. If you'd have just said library, then everyone would know what you meant. But you said LRC instead, and now we're having this fucking conversation. So it's not fucking easier, is it? And my degree is in pedantry.
Well, you excel.
Yeah, well, it means I can fuck around with people's feet. Right, news.
Steve Dave, thank you for the $1.
God damn it!
Hey, Polly, can I ask you a question? Thanks for making me $4 richer if we ever meet. Got your back. Okay. So news.
No. Nah, I can't be bothered now.
Sure you can.
No. Right then. News! Over to the Babylon B to begin with. It is China assures warships heading for Taiwan are just meteorological warships. It's been the old balloon-based news of late. It's been fun, hasn't it?
Did you notice, Polly, this one's more to you. Did you notice how they just invented 3 Chinese balloons under Trump to make Biden look better?
I saw that as well, yeah.
Yeah.
They just made up 3 Chinese balloons. They're like, oh, it happened 3 times. We just didn't say anything.
It's that's just how the news goes at the moment, isn't it? If fucking Biden fucks it up, and he does, then instead of going like, it wasn't all that bad, or actually the repercussion from that, they go, well, Trump did worse.
Yeah. Documents take it. Have you noticed how they're still strongly insinuating with zero evidence whatsoever, the news entertainers, that Trump had nuclear documents in his possession?
Yeah. They're trying.
Yeah. Where are you getting that from? Why do you keep saying that? No, he didn't take the atomic codes with him. Why do you keep saying it? It's all speculation and random sensationalization that Trump did worse. It's just like you said, Drunken. It's just, yeah.
It's whataboutism, isn't it? You even take it to the whole, child drag queen shows, and the arguments around that have been, instead of going like, oh no, actually, it's actually very family entertainment, and all the bright colours and the dancing and everything. The children, young Corinthian just loves it. And instead of that, they go, yeah, well, like, people get molested at church, so what are you on about? Like, no one was talking about church. How about instead just to fucking defend this instead of fucking attacking something else? That is a very politician way of doing things, isn't it?
Yeah. Big Joe asked a good question. Is it Biden's fault the Chinese balloon was sent over? Or
No.
the Chinese sent a balloon over? No, it's his fault that he didn't do fuck all about it.
Until it got to South Carolina, for fuck's sake.
Until it became like a national story and then did something about it. It's a violation of American airspace. Why would the commander-in-chief care about
Hey,
that?
look, I'm just super glad we spend over $800 billion on a defense budget, and we were bested by a hot air balloon.
Well, hey, it happened 3 times under Trump. So it ain't
But it
all
didn't.
that bad.
They just made this shit up. It's all phony, and they just made it up and ran with it. And then now it's anybody talks about, like, well, it happened under Trump 3 times. Well, first off, I don't believe you. Second off, I would be just as mad then.
Yeah. If Trump hadn't accomplished anything at the time, yeah, I would have. If you showed me evidence of multiple Chinese intelligence incursions that something at the time could have been done about it, it wasn't an after-action report, if you know what I mean, and Trump didn't do fuck all about it, you'd be hearing the same fucking criticism, believe me. Fuck off with that. But, and now, like you were saying, Drungle, if we're done talking about the former presidency, can we talk about what's going on, for fuck's sake?
That's always the way, though, isn't it? Whenever Biden fucks up, and he does, then immediately you just start getting articles about Trump instead, because you say, hey, look over here! Don't look at that, look over here!
I'm a surprised person that it hasn't turned into a laughable thing yet, where Jean-Pierre hasn't been mocked out of referencing the previous administration. She doesn't even say Trump anymore. She says the previous administration. You're still doing that. Over 2 years later. Still at it.
Well, I mean, the bit that really got me was knowing America, and, people were firing their guns at the fucking tornado in Florida. Why weren't people trying to take down the balloon? Well, it turns out they were. The police beg locals to refrain from taking pot shots at Chinese spy balloon. So I'm just happy the local militia were actually doing something. Well, actually doing something. It failed, but fucking hell, you imagine it. After a couple of beers, you know, you've had your fun with the old shooting car where you got 2 payments left on it. You know, first person to take down the balloon gets a free can of Red Stripe.
Okay, the cultural reference is a little off, but I appreciate the point.
Blue ribbon?
Yeah, blue.
Okay,
blue
right. It was a colour
it
and a piece of material.
it really depends on the neighborhood, but blue ribbon easily it could have been, very possibly.
You get a whole
malt
case
liquor
of
some
Pabst
sort.
for taking that boy out. Some oldie.
Yeah.
Look, I would buy you a case of fucking OE for that. I would. This warms my heart. This is the white pill of the stream for me. Thank you, Drunken. I didn't know anyone had taken shots at it. That is glorious. That is
very American. It is. It's good shit.
Oh, and the idea of a bunch of fucking. I mean, doesn't that warm the chambers of your hearts? And I'm trying to think about that. Some guy with a lever action rifle or some fucking rusty ass handgun that he's got taking shots at the Chinese spy balloon. I love it so much.
I know that some psychopath out there in landlocked ass flatland got a bead on that balloon with their completely illegal Barrett 50 cal. Like, I could just end this whole thing right now, but it would start an international conflict if I did it.
I remember that super short news segment from Independence Day. It was like, and authorities are asking locals to not take shots at the approaching spacecraft as it might unintentionally cause an intergalactic war.
I mean, my chest is swelling with pride, and I'm not even American. You know? I fucking love it.
I mean, and DOD was like, "There's nothing we could do about it," and it's like, that's interesting that your spokesperson said there was nothing we could do about it. You mean in the sense that you weren't ordered to do anything about it, or you didn't have the capability of doing anything about it? I don't think it was the latter. But that is very interestingly phrased, is that we didn't receive any orders to go ahead and do anything, though we had the capability. Of course you had the capability. A fucking balloon? A guy with a fucking 30-30 lever action has the ability.
We got bested by some 15th century technology.
Fucking French technology, I believe. that fucking hurt as well. I mean, you still got like fucking two brothers who've got 3 teeth between them sat out in their fucking porch going, I don't know about this Chinese technology. I'm gonna take it down, Billy Bob. And Billy Bob's like, rock, flag, and eagle, John boy. You know, shit like that. Like, yeah, screw up, boys. But of course, it did get taken down, didn't it?
Even that, you get the shitty fucking, those like overpowered laser pointers. Just get one of those and hold it.
Yeah, it would have been fine. But it did get taken down. And do you know what China's reaction was? They went, well, you didn't have to be like that.
Huh. Why aren't you just letting us spy on you?
Right? Because they condemned the attack on a surveillance balloon as an overreaction. I mean, it's not what you shot down, it's the way you shot it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're a country, not an ex-girlfriend, for Christ's sake.
That's a good point.
Overreaction. How about we all send our fucking balloons to hang over China and see how you like it, you know?
Well, that's,
if you've
those
ever
are my
seen...
favorite takes that are going on social media. It's like, as if we don't spy on them. Your point?
Yeah, but like when you
Your
do it,
point.
it's a little more clandestine. You know, there's a fucking bright white balloon.
Of course we spy on them. Well, that means that they're what? A moral equivalence? No, there isn't. There isn't. At all.
2 wrongs don't
like, well,
make
you're
right.
a hypocrite. Go to hell.
And 2 rights make a plane. And it was bright white. Why didn't they paint it blue? The colour of the sky.
I have to argue for nationalism. It saddens me, guys. Like that you have to argue.
Nationalism is good, but
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Take a look at a map of bases. We have China almost surrounded.
Oh, we've got them surrounded as much as we need to be with 2, nuclear submarines in the Sea of Japan at any given time for redundant force. I mean,
Oh,
you've got to
yeah.
be surrounded. Oh yeah, yeah. They don't have the ability to power project like we do in any way.
They've got TikTok.
Yeah, their
I mean,
power
why did
projection
they even need
is
a balloon?
well, yeah, their power projection is cyber because and intellectual property theft. That's what they're up to.
It's over 9,000.
While they financially colonize, all of Africa, the majority of South America. But that's racist if you point that out. It's fine.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because it is racist if you bring that up because of course it is February and what is February known as over in America?
Feel guilty about America's horrible past?
It's a bit
Month?
wordy, but yes, it is. It is indeed Black History Month. Now, what happens on Black History Month? Well, people like to celebrate. How do they celebrate it in schools? With a nice themed menu. New York School, a food vendor apologised for serving chicken and waffles on the first day of Black History Month.
No, I think chicken and waffles are delicious. You would have heard no complaints from me, but
Yeah, no, none.
You actually didn't hear a lot of complaints.
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
At home for 25.
Would you please lime yourself?
nice.
I'm not going to lime myself.
If you were smart, you would create a lime crown for yourself or something.
Oh,
you gotta
lime crown.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
I don't. Why'd you immediately go crown? You think like a lime scepter?
If you were smart, you'd have both. You'd have a scepter with a nice limey top to it, and then a lime crown with a lime rimmed robe.
Lime trim.
Lime trim. There we go. With a lime pattern on it.
All right, I'll work on
Bergamot
it.
pumps.
You know what's funny is I was about to say, Drunken, this wallpaper has been up for a while. You should re-wallpaper this room. You should re-wallpaper it with a lime theme.
Yeah, it's a rental.
Oh.
Yeah,
You should hit the 38, 32. I fucking forgot what it was.
Well,
Never
me?
mind.
I don't know.
Oh, somebody should.
Somebody should. Yeah, fair enough. And
I completely forgot.
Oh. Yes!
Pretty pleased with the cherry on top.
Atto, you got it, baby! I can work on that right fucking. I gotta get a picture of a lime. Oh my god, I'm so excited! That was the new donation, guys.
I noticed.
Did you notice?
That's Archer.
Well, you did notice.
I did.
You did. You did. Oh man, I love it.
You ended it with the what did he call it? The rampagement?
The terms of rampage.
Terms of rampagement.
Terms of rampagement. I had to have a friend point out to me that final scene, and now I see it as inspired genius, where it's like, do you know where that's from? And I'm like, no, because that's the famous ending to an episode of Magnum PI. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, he pulled it up. Yeah, he pulled it up on YouTube. It's you can't kill me because you'd have to shoot me in the back. And you're not going to do that, are you, Thomas? Like Thomas Magnum, right?
Thomas did it. Thomas did it, didn't he?
Yeah, he turned his.
Wait, his name was Thomas Magnum?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
How fucking hardcore is that, right? Thomas Magnum, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Carried in 1911 because, of course.
Sterling Mallory Archer is also quite the name. Thank you very, very much for the 200, mate. You absolute fucking legend.
Nice.
And we got to see my brand new thing. Did you guys like it? Did you like it?
It was a wee bit quiet. You gotta. Other than that.
Yeah. You're right. It was a wee bit quiet.
No, but then it ends on the Magnum PI thing. I was like, oh god, that was so satisfying.
Right, yeah, I've just made a line. Let me,
I have to go delete one of my new donos.
No, did you do Terms of Enrampagement as well?
No, I just had the ramp thing as a.
Oh, you can still have that. That's fine.
Nah, that's you.
No, it's. I mean, it wasn't. It was.
Look, I only have a couple donations. Okay, I only have like 4 or 5. I don't have 200 of them. I give one that nobody's seen. Does not have to exist.
But I like it. I would like to see it. There you go for Atto right there. I am now a big old sweaty line. Unfortunately, I can't actually, because again, it's a rental. I can't actually put myself in the chair proper. But I will work on that just for you, Atto, because not only am I a big sweaty line, but you got big sweaty bollocks. Thank you so much, my dude. Oh,
nicely
so
done.
Happy. So happy. Right, back to the fucking news. So Black History Month, yada, yada, yada. People offended. Well, one person offended. Everyone else just ate their delicious food. And really, I mean, if you're looking at chicken and waffles and you go, oh, it's obviously a black thing, then you did that. You know, like, you're the one with issues here. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do. I
You
do
do.
know what you're saying.
Yeah. Darren Root in the chat says first time drunk or limed himself. What, in public? Anyway. Oh, yeah, Atto. Fucking legend. Love it. Right, let's move on. Well, man, we've really got to get a move on. Stepladder mistaken for new McDonald's at Milton Keynes Shopping Centre. Bit of a slow news day in Milton Keynes. But here's the photo right there. You can,
Yeah, I guess. Wow, guys.
with one person quoted saying, just what we need in the new bit. Another McDonald's? Who's as angry as I am? No, it was just a stepladder, my dear, but you carry on with the rage. Fucking wonderful. Moving on. Oh, God, we got this. A smoking gun, right? Now, this is an assault charge for a woman in Poultry Pummel. Because she assaulted her boyfriend with a chicken.
Interesting.
Yeah. My first thought was it frozen? Because that's serious, you know? You take, like, a frozen chicken, put it in a sock, and you just start swinging. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't. It was reported that the victim still had some chicken residue in his hair when police arrived. Or as we know it, evidence. So she was hitting him and spitting in his face. Brought up on poultry charges. Way! Moving on. I expected more. Brand new fear unlocked. Woman declared dead at New York Care Center found breathing at funeral home. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting fired.
I should hope so. That's fucking terrifying, isn't it? Don't do that. Don't do that. The incident comes just a few weeks after a resident in Iowa.
$5 a month.
Care home was pronounced dead and put in a body bag before being found to be alive at a funeral home. So this is the second time in like 2 months.
Arrow Shogun for the 5. The saddest part is that my ethnicity is always competing to be the biggest victim because now being a victim is rewarded and a virtue. 60 years ago, we didn't want to be victims. Money, politics, and attention are the new reparations. I am so ashamed.
Oh, that's good.
And I know you're not alone in feeling that, too. I see the things other people say, but they're more worried about instant gratification than actually putting in work, and other people are just pandering.
Yeah, it's the
like we would never
dopamine
let
hits that you get from
this shit
gratification, you know.
We would never let this shit fly in any other circumstance, but here we are.
Dopamine, dude. I mean, you know, the shit that you get, the good shit in your brain when you argue with someone online. And so that's what everyone does now. And of course, a lot of people don't even know how to argue. But yeah. I mean, I think that's the actual human reaction. Where some people actively seek it out and then end up getting offended, and because being offended is a social currency, it's better than being right because they have been wronged. That was nice. That was poetic, Polly. Do you like that?
Yep.
You fucking liar. Right, let's move on.
Do I?
Edinburgh airport traveller smashes suitcase to pieces to fit in luggage sizer.
I'm not saying that I agree, but I understand. And while I understand, I have to go. Yeah.
Picture.
I mean, I get it. I do. It was $32.85. I'll be right back. I have to piss like a fucking racehorse.
That's fucking. He is stomping on it like it owes him money, Polly. Like, I completely understand. Travellers at Edinburgh Airport were bewildered recently. Were they, though? Or were they just like, that seems like a smart man. He seems to have it all figured out right here. His captain smashed his suitcase to bits so it would fit onto the carry-on luggage sizer. The fact that there is a luggage sizer pisses me off. Well, it used to be about weight, you know, and this is carry-on as well. Like, what the fuck, man?
Well, if you can't fit it over in the overhead compartment, you never got on fucking board a fucking airplane and there's some cocksucker with fucking luggage that just managed to fit inside that fucking little luggage sizer thing. And he's like, well, I don't want to have to check my luggage. I don't want to have to wait. I just want to take off afterwards. And it's like, yeah, but that giant piece of fucking luggage that you're holding in your fucking waist or sitting on your lap, I sat beside somebody who did that. Had their luggage just sitting on their fucking lap because they refused to check it and there was no space in the overhead compartments.
Man, no, I have done, well, I say I've done that. I just like have a backpack and I just keep it down by my feet.
Oh, I take a bag on with me, like a laptop bag, because it's got my laptop and other stuff and things in it.
That's why they call it a laptop bag, I think. But like, it's just full of clothes. Like, you know, if it like the plane crashes or something, it's not going to affect my dental records or anything like that. You know, it's full of soft things.
They don't even have it in a place where it can like help shield the friggin' plane crash.
Well, I mean, what I've got here is like essentially like a personal airbag. Because, you know, it's just full of clothes. It's down by my feet anyway. Who gives a fucking shit? There's nothing down by the feet. It's just room. If I want to affect my own leg room by putting, you know, a bag full of clothes there, then I'm going to fucking carry on, thank you very much.
You must not be very tall.
No, I'm not stood on it. What?
Holy shit. Okay, Sinatra, you're a fair-sized individual. You got to know what I'm talking about. Like, if you're getting on a plane and you haven't bought the extra legroom seat, you know, you need every, you know, quarter inch that you could get.
Oh, yeah. It knees in the back of the chair the entire time.
I have sat on fucking planes where I cannot get my butt all the way into the seat because my knees just seize up against the back of the seat in front of me. And
But to be completely
sit
honest,
down is do the leg spread and have one leg out in the fucking aisle. And it's like, who the fuck was this plane meant for? Tiny little Chinaman?
But to be honest about it, like, you're spending a few $100 extra on maybe 3 inches of room. Like, it's just not worth it.
There's, I think, I mean, some of the airlines in America, though, like, are basically, like, they're rife with human rights violations, aren't they? Like,
dude, did we cover the video?
Get more room.
We covered the article where they wanted to make, like, double-decker planes. Remember that?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, they have made double-decker planes. The ones where everybody is like standing up in that bizarro Coliseum sardine seating.
Yeah. That reminds me of when we studied slavery in school. You know? You have the diagram of the ship.
Diagrams.
Alan threw $1 saying 1 of 2. Why, thank you, Alan. So, I mean, we all get this guy's frustration. We all understand. And we're all with him.
I forgot to these came up. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. G. John Pong, thank you for the $1. Racism. Don't rush bet on. We wait for Biden take office, etc. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to keep Drunkle's monetization live. It's fine.
Yeah. It's either one or the other with you, isn't it?
Turncoat bastard. All right, and Serpent 21.
Is it? Fuck it.
The British incredulity kills me, Sin. It really does. Like, I laughed the whole week after that one time I said on pawn, and like the on pawn.
Fucking on pawn. Fucking hell. You're on about the fucking river, like the Thames.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
Festonia!
What?
Hey Drunkle, crashworthiness of airplanes is not just about getting hit with loose items in the cabin during, it is also a problem of egressing out of the airplane post-crash. Love ya, no homo.
I get it. Also, in my defence, it was only an hour-long flight to Amsterdam. In fact, it was closer to 40 minutes. And hey, who wants to check their luggage? We've seen what's been going on recently with all of that shit. Like, you want that fucking wrong'un from Washington who've been stealing people's luggage? Do you want him dealing with your shit? No, mate, I'll just carry mine on. Thank you very much. I'll smash it to bits
There's no
if I
women's
have to.
clothes in my luggage, so it's fine.
Dude,
Why
every time
don't I pack
fly,
women's clothes?
I thought you said you did pack women's clothes. My mistake. I get to use the clean bathroom.
every
Super
time
21, thank you for the 350. Can
God
someone get... Well, what? It's been sitting there for 17 minutes. Super 21 gave me the 350. Why? Serpent deserves it to be read. Serpent 21, thank you for the 350. Can someone get some Winchester 1887s and remind the Chinese that this is America and we don't share land? Yeah, they don't share land either. They pretend that they do, but really they just allot you a given apportionment of land until they're going to weld you behind a steel door to keep you there or forcibly move you off of it. So, you don't really have much say in the matter.
Apportionment. Continue, Sinatra.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Okay, let's move on.
You remember. Go ahead.
I got the loads. A woodpecker stored over 700 pounds of acorns in walls of Carolina. California.
Isn't this an Elmer Fudd bit?
That is awesome.
It's a lot like that. Human for scale.
I'm like 99% sure this is an Elmer Fudd bit.
Oh, wow. Art imitates life or life imitates art. Either way, that is a fuck ton of acorns. That's all we really know.
Squirrel, okay. How did the fucking woodpecker carry them? Like in his little clawed feet? I'm starting to have flashbacks.
You think woodpeckers? You don't think acorns, do you?
No, I don't. Not even a little bit.
You
like
think
you've seen the
acorns?
woodpecker chommed into the tree. Like,
right.
They got long, sharp noses.
Tapping away.
Yeah.
No, I think they're beaks.
They are beaks.
They are beaks. Which what is a beak but a nose?
Well, it's like the narwhal tusk isn't actually a tusk. It's
a weapon, sir. It's an implement of self-defense.
It's anti-jihadi tool. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Oh, you want some comic book news there, Polly? This is going to be an interesting one, right? Okay, so there was going to be a Luke Cage miniseries, but it's been preemptively cancelled over fear of right-wing nuts. Now, so they've not even brought it out, and then it got cancelled. They got it all. They got the premise and everything, and they went, no, we won't do it because all the right-wing nut jobs are going to come. Even though it didn't happen.
Are going to what? Complain or get behind it? I don't understand.
Here's the thing, right? Now, this is a bad idea in the first place, right? Because if you look into it, it involves George Floyd, right? And it's George Floyd's mother hires Luke Cage to protect Derek Chauvin.
So this was literally destined to fail, but they knew that it was going to fail. It's like, okay, let's just blame right wingers.
That sounds like
blame right wingers for something that hasn't even happened.
That sounds like an idea that we need this thing to fail because we don't want to do it. It's like the producers. Let's come up with the worst idea we can think of.
Yeah.
Springtime for Hitler and whatnot.
Yeah. Effectively, yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah.
I mean, I could say that, but like, I remember the Black Panther comic that Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote, where he takes the various characters from the Marvel Universe that are black and puts them all together. Black Panther and Da Crew, it was called.
Yeah.
And they're protecting Harlem, which isn't even mostly that demographic anymore. You're working out of a really old rule book there, Ta-Nehisi. And they're because the government had deployed robotic cops that were predispositioned towards racial profiling and racism. They were called AmeriCops. And it,
really?
It was supposed to be like intriguing and espionage, the series where they were going undercover as a married couple, T'Challa and Storm, to reveal and do an expose on Jewish landlords that were charging.
Hold on a sec. While you're getting in on it, because I don't want to do it and then fucking, just leave you hanging. I'm going to have a wee, but I can't hear what you're saying.
All right. Yeah, they were going undercover to expose fucking exploitative rent and fight the AmeriCop robots. Somebody had told
like an incredibly entertaining comic
Oh, yeah,
book.
it failed. It failed completely. And so what did they do?
What?
Well, they made him the writer on the Captain America series, of course. Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. In which Captain America fought a bunch of right-wing nut jobs who were storming the Capitol building, because of course they were.
Oh.
You should see, were they idiots in fucking togas, fake bear skins, and Viking helmets? No, not at all. They were all huge white guys, muscular, with Frank Castle, Punisher fantasies and whatnot, and flags everywhere. American flags on their shirts, their whatever, and they were claiming that Captain America, Steve Rogers, is their fucking hero. We're going to protect America from the lefties that are running the government. And it's like, Jesus Christ, this is going on in Captain America. Well, that's what happens when you get Ta-Nehisi Coates to write your fucking series for you. What the fuck did you think he was going to write? He's not a fiction writer. He's a whining fucking chip on the shoulder, nurturing fucking race-baiting fearmonger.
Yeah,
we're going to hear a lot from him. Juneteenth is coming up, and it's Black History Month. It's his season. Fucking guy.
Tis the season. I mean, you also, these people are just objectively bad at what they do. You look at the one of the bitches who writes for The Witcher, and she's actually fucking tweeting, showing a bit of proudly showing off a bit of the script that she had a hand in, and there's some like fucking transgender ginger person in there, something like that, and her caption on it is just like, I always try to put my own experience into everything I write. We're like, the bitch, you're not fucking writing then, are you? That's not a script, that's a fucking diary. You're writing fantasy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is these people are so fucking hubristic that they don't write fantasy, they write their story, but make it, they're like, well, this is too good not to tell everybody. Everyone needs to know of my perils.
Yeah,
like their lives are so
tribulations.
interesting.
Yeah,
personal dignity and embarrassment are, in my opinion, a serious problem there. Like, after doing a fuck ton of episodes of comic book creation and talking about these kind of fucking storylines and story arcs. I mean, you had Quiz and Jack, and they're talking about, like, yeah, I tried my hand at writing storylines and whatnot, and yeah, there's a temptation to put your own shit in there. It's like, yeah, I remember writing stuff. It's like, yo, I could put Second Amendment stuff in there. You know what stopped me? Basic shame, dignity on a really low level. We're not talking like, oh, dignified, like coat and tails and like, oh, I'm a dignified diplomat. No, just basic. This is really cringy if I start having these characters speak my personal ideological thoughts. Some people apparently don't have this fucking problem remotely. I can't imagine doing something like that, writing a character and having them spout off about the Second Amendment, American nationalism, and every other fucking thing that I take seriously, constitutionalism. That would be really cheesy. It'd be corny.
Well,
Basic
it
shame
depends
would
on
get in my way.
The genre, because the comedy that always, I mean, you look at Seinfeld. A lot of it was based off of the real world experiences of Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David.
Yeah,
like the low talker was a genuine person that he did know, and that was one of the best episodes. But I mean, that's comedy though, and there is some Seinfeld news as well. Actually, it's a titular article. With comedy, it's different, unless it's just because everyone's there, just like, oh, I got an idea for a sitcom. Yeah, let me guess, it's about the zany antics that you and your friends get up to. Yeah, everyone's got that fucking idea for a sitcom. Sit down. But he actually had some good ideas. When it comes to things like serious things, where they go, no, I'm going to hold a mirror to society. Just fuck off. People don't watch these things so they can get reminded of how shit a time they're having. Has every writer forgot the word escapism? Do they honestly think I want everyone to know that they're living in a dystopia. We know! We live it! We want to forget that we fucking live in it for fucking 27 minutes, plus or minus ad breaks, please! And that's what I got to say about Luke Cage.
I mean, I hear you there, but it's like, unfortunately, I kind of have to disagree. It's like, that's for comedy's sake. Yeah, and yet Larry David, who's a neurotic guy, and he writes his neurotic tendencies into George, and hilariously so. And it's self-effacing. I've got this fear of this, I've got this fear of that. You know, I am concerned over this fucking thing and drive myself nuts over it, and I'm going to write that into George's character. And it's funny as hell, because Jason Alexander is willing to be self-effacing in his portrayal of that character, right?
That's the thing, is none of these people
lionizing and heroing, right? It's for comedy. Think about Saturday Night Live with all their political bullshit aimed at, like, let's make fun of the right-wingers. And how funny is it? Jesus.
Yahoo! That scared the fucking piss out of me then, mate.
Holy fucking heaven. Son of a bitch.
Fucking hell.
Goddamn freedom-loving hick. What's wrong with you? C. Thomas, thank you for the $5. The most insufferable thing about current year writing is a perfect storm of clusterfuck of these things. 1, narcissism. 2, hatred of the audience. 3, ideology president. 4, hatred of the material.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not even
a big one. Yeah.
4 is a huge one, and it's people who are disconnected from reality trying to sell their take on reality.
Yeah. And that's the thing, that reality isn't subjective. You know, it's reality, for fuck's sake. But then, I mean, this is we're currently living in a time where people use the phrase "my truth."
I'm going to disagree with that. Reality is subjective in the way that you view it, and when you watch something that is a artistic creation, you're viewing it the way they want you to do it. But their reality is they make stuff that literally is only relatable to them. They don't realize that they have an audience, and that most of their audience is not upper Hollywood, Martha's Vineyard elites.
Yeah, but okay, right. Instead of the reality, well, they're mixing up reality with, as I just said, you know, my truth. Truth isn't subjective, but then, you know, they put a personal spin on what is true, and that's just another word for false. That's just false with extra steps.
Like The Witcher is a great example. I don't remember which one of you two brought it up. The Witcher is a great example because that is a book with definite story, infinite potential, anything you want, but they're just ignoring the source material because reasons.
And man, I will never ever forgive them for what they did to Triss. God damn. I couldn't believe it in season 1. They were, oh, Triss, and this fucking light-skinned black girl gets up with a, you know, fucking nappy-ass hair and everything. That's Triss? No! No! Oh, you lucky fucking Cavill's in this, otherwise I wouldn't be watching. Oh, yeah, well, we'll see how that fucking goes, shall we? Christ. All right, let's move on, though, because time is ticking. Well, we got Lord of the Rings tells Brighton bin firm to change name. They're called Lord of the Bins. And one ring to remove it all is the tagline. But apparently they're in breach of copyright, which is a shame. Mel Asker threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish saying, howdy, uncle. Howdy, Mel. Thank you very much. And Alan, who spelled his name wrong, threw $1 saying, you did not get the first one. This is the third one. No, I got the first one. It said 1 of 2. I didn't get the second one, Alan. Where's the second? There's $1 floating around in the ether somewhere. So, Lord of the Bins. I quite like it, Polly.
So Serpent, are you telling me Jordan Peele is full of shit? See, I think Jordan Peele is not the greatest example because some of the stuff he makes is actually pretty decent, but yes.
Because the beautiful thing, one ring to remove it all as well. It's like ringing as in making a phone call, you know? One ring to remove it all, and then you got the phone numbers underneath. It's very clever, but the Tolkien estate ruining everything again. Barbie... Oh, here's some good news for all the kids with scoliosis out there. Barbie doll with scoliosis unveiled as toy company aims to highlight the power of representation. Here she is with a fucking retarded little back brace. If you're a
That's
child...
Barbie?
Well, yeah. It's a baby Barbie. It's a barblet.
Before she dyed her hair blonde?
No, it's like Barbie's daughter, I guess, with one of many husbands.
She already has not a daughter, but what's Skipper?
And a black friend.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, if you're a child, just imagine for a moment, if you're a child, you've got scoliosis, right, which means you've got to wear this stupid fucking brace everywhere you go. There you go. Merry Christmas. Here's a toy that reminds you of your crippling disability. Thanks. What the power of representation? I'm just getting a bit sick of representation, to be honest.
You know, I'd probably be able to sew together a little fucking spine brace for the spine bifida Barbie. I wouldn't.
What about bonitis Barbie?
She only has one regret, you know. Jamie Jam in the chat says, Polly with the Barbie knowledge. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. I think we all know what's in his fucking overhead compartment on the short flight home. Shit ton of Barbie. Did you say you'd be able to sew together a back brace for a doll?
I know how to sew, yeah.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's just a tiny little patch of fabric that goes around the little doll's waist. I mean, it's going to be the size of like 3 postage stamps. Yeah, I think I could find something.
It's probably not FDA approved, though, is it? You know?
Well, you're not supposed to take it internally.
Don't have to. Representation is going too fucking far. And it's got to be positive representation as well, you know. It's like, oh, but that fucking Jeffrey Dahmer fucking dramatization. And it was tagged as LGBTQ. And that didn't last long because they went, oh, we want representation. Whoa, we don't want that representation. Like, bitch, you don't get to choose. You get a scoliosis Barbie, fair enough, but we also were like, where's the wheelchair? Where's the crutches? Where's the, like, hey, this Barbie doesn't have a uterus. You know, like, you're opening up a door where people are going, every fucking single person is going to want to be represented. And it's just not viable.
Wait. Okay. I want to do it. What does trans Barbie look like?
Ken?
No, you're good.
I was just thinking that because...
Like, are you going to make a square-jawed, no-tit having Barbie? Like, I mean, they're all smooth-crotched from the beginning. You know, so, like, there's no question, like, put a dick on it. Like, that would just be weird. Barbies aren't anatomically correct. So how do you make a trans Barbie? Like, it's just Ken with long hair?
Yeah, I think so.
That's hilarious.
I mean, the thing is, like, because you got the game The Sims, right? Now, The Sims 4 has recently come out. They've got, like, hearing aids and shit, and the shit for, like, diabetes and shit, you know, the little monitors that people wear on them. And people are like, oh my god, this is amazing, I feel so represented. Like, okay, brilliant. But then they also, now you've got, like, fucking transgender Sims who can pack their pants and wear like chest binders and shit, and people are seeing this and they're going like, oh, that's so good. And well, hold on, how if you are trans, right, then the whole point is you don't want to see yourself as trans, you want to see yourself as, you know, a man or a woman. So wouldn't this just exacerbate your dysphoria? It's reminding you yourself that you are trans. Well, I got blocked from that subreddit quite quickly for what I thought was a very reasonable question.
And it is a reasonable question, but you're asking unreasonable people.
Fucking brilliant, Sin.
Oh, speaking of being able to sew, I'm reminded of something, because we talked about a whole bunch of things there at the beginning, and it's starting thoughts, not finishing them. It just happens. Somebody in chat asked, did I ever buy the Otter onesie? Yes, I did. I did buy the Otter onesie because somebody hit me up with the money for it. I didn't like say I wanted to buy something. Someone hits me up with the money for it and then go get the thing. No, I ordered the thing from Amazon. But the tail was really obnoxious. It was because it was
obnoxious tail.
Well, yeah, because it
insisted upon itself.
Well, it certainly insisted itself upon me. Like every time I'd turn around, it would be there, and you try and like, you sat down and you just sit on, like, it's on a prehensile tail where you could like move it out of the way. It's just a fabric, if you know what I mean, hanging. So like, yeah, I cut the tail off and then sewed the butt closed. I've been thinking about sewing a butt flap into it. Well, yeah, there was a giant hole in the butt because I cut the tail off.
It's like taxidermy for onesies.
Yeah, so, well, no, I did it properly because, like, but you guys don't know how to sew. Of course you do.
Yeah, I know how to repair clothing, yeah, but I don't know how to sew a butt closed.
Ah, it's the same thing. You just turn it inside out, and after like using a stitch ripper to cut the tail out of it, and then just sew it back up.
I mean, after having a Scotch bonnet pepper, I have turned my butt inside out. Zed for $1 saying, Drunkle, it gets worse. These trans cosmetic items are specifically for teenage Sims. You see what? I just wanted the robot butler and like a job as a writer. That's all I want for my sim. And then but then like how quickly is it that you're not going to be able to murder any of the fucking Sims? Because that's a big part of the game, is killing your neighbours. Or at least it is for me. But that's going to be seen as a fucking hate crime, isn't it, in a video game? They will complain about it, Sinatra. They will.
Of course. What else are they going to do? Enjoy it?
Get a job? No, I don't think so. So there you go. Here's your Barbie baby with a fucked up spine. What else have we got? Oh, this is awesome, right? The US appears to have used its missile full of swords in an airstrike in Yemen. It's the R9X Hellfire, which is a variant of the Hellfire missile. It's not. It's a kinetic missile. It is basically a missile full of fucking swords.
You've got my attention.
Dude, it's so cool. There is not a picture, there is not a video, because of course we're talking about some military ordnance here. Some very impressive military ordnance. But it was described as an anvil with loads of swords sticking out of it. And they just fucking dropped it on Yemen. And of course it hits the ground, the swords go fucking flying everywhere and just really fuck shit up in an old-fashioned medieval style. Fucking missile full of swords. Bring it on, mate. There's a throwback and a half right there. Who's to say warfare's got to be modern, you know? Sometimes you just got to drop a fucking handful of swords on a country, haven't you? Now, Jim Beam says, what did Yemen do to us? I don't give a shit, mate. They're getting sworded.
This flashback to one thing, like when CIA started using Predator drones for tactical strikes with Hellfire missiles. They quickly discovered, because Hellfire missiles were being used for like anti-materiel and whatnot, not anti-personnel specifically, and so they're not fragmentary enough. So like, okay, let's just encase. And their solution is, from an explosives technical standpoint, very, very interesting. We're going to put a heat shield, Sinatra, that's got like on a shotgun, like a barrel shroud heat shield that has all the holes along it to allow. That's basically what they put along the outside of the missile. They didn't change anything about the explosives. They just put a mild steel shroud around it. And for it to fragment, when it's struck, the boom, warhead goes off, and that piece of mild steel is very quickly to break up because of all the holes in it. And yeah, metal hot fragments now sharp as fuck flying everywhere. And it was much better at anti-personnel. I'm imagining something along those lines, and I hope they were scimitar-shaped swords. So it's like, yeah, here, flashback to your days of yesteryear fighting on camels, guys. Boom! But what the fuck, on a political point, what the hell? Yemen is a hot war zone. What the fuck is the U.S. doing missile strikes in there for? That's concerning. I hadn't heard about that until like right now.
I think it's still a police action.
I mean, technically they're not dropping bombs, so I guess it's they're dropping swords. It's a different kind of warfare.
Yeah.
I don't know. Molly Okami says, do they get their swords from getting their PhDs in Finland? Oh, Matt, see, that's, Molly Okami just basically explained it. But when in Finland, you get a PhD, you get given a ceremonial sword at your graduation.
Patio furniture, just like flechettes. Yeah, I love the idea. Like, you know those little cocktail swords? That's what just came to mind when she said that. Just like flechettes. It's a whole bunch of little mini scimitars.
It's like a tiny little bomb.
No. It's full size. It's just like 10,000 of them little cocktail swords.
Oh, right. It's just like stacked with this shit. Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like if you're making if someone were to make a pipe bomb and, don't fill it with ball bearings, fill it with concrete nails. Right? At least that's what
what is a nail but a very small sword?
Yes.
Drunken in a month for $1. I gotta do my best Drunken impression. You guys remember how we did the sword missile story? Well, allegedly, Yemen authorities arrest man harboring over 200 swords. Mate, if I was Yemenis, and I'm pretty sure I'm not, I would be out there picking up some swords, you know. I'd be like fucking Wolverine, but with swords.
I can't. So Yemenis, right? So whenever
that's the bit you have a problem with.
No, not a problem. It's just okay. So whenever anybody says we're just talking about like hot war zones and stuff like on campus or at a fucking conference, and they'll say the Yemeni. I'm like, I every time
alcohol,
I can't help it.
Liquor, booze.
Like Yo Yemeni Yam.
Well, yeah, Yemeni. I don't know. I just start thinking of Nordic Swiss things. Like it just doesn't sound like it belongs to that region of the world anymore.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Yeah, agreed. You say you got
I'm trying to like localize it in my imagination when I'm connecting it to like a Swiss yodeler. I'm not even certain, but it's making me giggle every time. Yemeni, yeah, Yemeni.
Yemeni.
Yeah, that kind of thing. See, Thomas, thank you for the $2. We've been involved with Saudi Arabia's little war with Yemen for a good while now, lobbing munitions over there for Arab reasons. For increased strikes, I don't. And then somebody in chat said secret wars.
Not a secret.
Yeah, it's not, and that was the first thing that came to mind. Is like it's not exactly secret if they're talking about like the military times, the types of munitions that they're using. It just occurs to me, it's like, well, wait a minute, that's the kind of thing that you would want to be involved in, as opposed to like dumping tens of billions of dollars into a fucking Ukrainian war, which also was one of the funniest jokes that I fucking heard. It's like you had a Chinese fucking balloon over fucking Wyoming. What do we got to do over Idaho to get them to stop? Put up a bunch of fucking Ukrainian flags so they'll actually defend that border. I'm like, that's salty but true. That's great.
Yeah, that is.
You're onto something.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just one war, and that's one type of warrior, Polly. What about a different type of war and a different type of warrior, namely an eco-warrior, as eco-activists guilty of King Charles' waxwork cake attack at Madame Two Swords. Madame Two Swords. I could have gone for the sword-based segue there. So it's Just Stop Oil again. The people who with their soup-based attacks on priceless works of art.
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
It was the least they could do as they slapped a model of King Charles III with, of course, it was vegan chocolate cake right there, because of course, as we all know, King Charles III, even though he still does a lot of work towards the environment and climate change, the wax version is the evil version of him and must be slapped with vegan chocolate cake, Sinatra. They got fined $3.5 grand.
Okay, all right, that headline came together for me now. I wasn't quite following it. So there's a waxwork figure of King Charles that somebody hit with a vegan cake.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And it was Just
Stop Oil. I thought it was the cake that was waxwork. I didn't quite.
No, the cake is vegan.
Right.
The wax, we don't know if any animals suffered during that one. So, of course,
any foreign labor used in making the ingredients in said cake? Was it all fair trade? Did they look into that?
No, we didn't
Did they
look
even
into
care?
that. No, of course we don't care.
Bastards.
It's Just Stop Oil. This is, a long line of offences which actually do fuck all. So good job, Just Stop Oil. Keep up the futile work. Now,
just as a quick point, don't be duped. Don't be stupid. Red velvet cake is just chocolate cake with red dye.
That's true.
Don't buy the hype.
Nice.
And don't pay for it.
Nice.
Whatever your girlfriend says. I mean, yeah, okay, girls like red velvet cake. Yeah, you know what? She should just let it go. This is just red food dye chocolate.
Yeah, but it's just because it's called red velvet cake. If you named it something like, oh, fucking blood of your enemy cake, then you'd be like, oh, that shit's amazing, you know? It's just a girly name. It's a Chinese TikTok food blogger was fined almost $20,000 after eating a great white shark that she bought online. This, I don't know. I'll look at that. You've got subscriptions, right? So yeah, she fucking. That is the thing. Like the authorities, instead of going after the people that she bought it off of, and they were named and everything like that, they went after her instead. Bitch ate the whole fucking thing.
What was the... She ate the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole fucking thing.
What was the fine? 20,000 pounds? What was it?
Dollars?
$20,000. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
in Chinese, so like dongs.
So it was like $20,000 worth of dongs.
Yeah.
Like, was she in China, or is this like a China woman in Britain or America?
I mean, she ate a great white shark, so I'm guessing, yeah, she was in China.
Like, how big was this? It's a shame you can't read the whole story. Because it was like a tiny little cutlet. Who cares? But if she
no, mate,
fucking
no, because I saw the photos, mate, and she is there, and she has got a slab of shark, and she just in her hands, and she's just fucking chowing into it, much like a shark.
She went full mukbang with a fucking side of shark. Holy
fucking
shit.
hell, yeah. I mean, she cooked it in some some spicy sauce and shit. Like, the thing about great white shark though is because they excrete quite a lot of urea through their skin, so it is actually very toxic.
What is that? Urea, what's that?
Piss. It's the main ingredient in piss.
No shit, okay.
Yeah. No shit, just wee.
Do they urinate at all, sharks? Or is it like all
Yeah, of course they do, yeah. I mean, everything
If you're
pees.
tired of starting over, stop starting over. Give up. Don't dream. Just stop working hard and let your dreams be dreams. You can't do it. Nothing is possible, and you're not gonna make it.
And no, I don't ever fucking stop talking. If you don't like the commentary, just go masturbate to the video by yourself instead of masturbating to my words. Okay? Fuck off.
For sure, but thank you for the 1125. Hey guys and Britt, I'm stuck choosing with something. Just read what it says, man. I'm stuck choosing with something. I might need some help. Should I get Destroy All Humans 1 or 2, or say fuck it and buy both of them at the same time?
I get both, mate. They're pretty solid games.
Are they part of a
have
bundle
not
package?
played them.
If you can get them as a package, yeah, even fucking bonus. But yeah, no, they are solid games.
Because that fucking Castlevania pack is some freaking fucking tempting, man. It's got all the NES and the SNES too.
Ooh, the NES and the SNES.
Absolutely.
See,
I didn't even know that there was a third NES game. I didn't know there was a Castlevania 3. There's like 2 Simon's Quest, you know. What a
Simon
Terrible
the
Night for a
Sorcerer?
Curse. No, Simon Belmont, the vampire killer.
That's Simon the Sorcerer.
Who's Simon Sorcerer?
He's a wizard of sorts.
Sounds about right, but not a warlock.
No. Well, I got. Here you go. I got better. Yeah, that's our girl right there with the bit of shark that she ate.
Ooh, hold on. Holy shit. Okay, that's not a bit.
Whoa.
That's a just. Why are her?
Can you guys stop eating everything that moves, please?
What fucking murder basement is she in?
China.
Well,
Just what it looks like over there.
Yeah, that was a solid.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the answer. End of story.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say. Yeah, China.
Purely informative, no punchlines. Alan threw $5 said, "Okay, the first one was just for $5. Just want you guys to know I had to get a new PC and phone, and I'll get you all later. Love you guys. We love you, Alan. Thank you very much for $5, and happy new PCing, my man. Oh, there's nothing like new computer day and new phone day as well. It's like
See,
having a shower and getting straight into bed with clean sheets. You're like, oh, everything's just so clean.
See, Joshua Montgomery, my neurons were firing and fast. Yes, she's got no eyes. Look, she's Chinese. This is the AAA. She's got no eyes. I'm trying to think of a way I could say it without like getting Drunkle really bent out of shape, right? And I can't. I came up with nothing, man. I just like,
You just let it go.
Yeah, it's just they blurred it out to protect her identity.
as an Asian person. That's right.
It could be anyone. Yeah, she just fucking yammed all of that, and ended up getting a big old fine and everything. And yeah, she's probably going to be quite sick for a little while as well. But like, man, I'd still try it.
Oh man, I'd eat that. What are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, of course. What the fuck? Look at me. I'm the apex predator now.
Yeah.
There's the old tail. I think there's one of like that's the size of the shark with human legs for scale. Oh no, actual full-on human for scale.
How did she get it?
It's the I say yellow market. Not legally.
Why can you go there but I can't?
Because it's my channel.
For fuck's sake! That was hilarious. Why can't I? God damn it.
Was it hilarious? Was it offensive? Or was it both? I straddle the line, good sir. Let's
thank you for the $8. True red. Just back up and avoid that fucking pile up. True red velvet cake is blended, so the chocolate makes it red. You don't need food dye with a proper homemade blend. The actually lady comes in with full actually on blast. I read about it. I know the history, and it's not food dye, it's fucking beet juice and what. I know the things, okay, Valine. It's you actually elsewhere.
Yeah, get out of here.
I got your red velvet right here.
Right here. Well, let's move on. Twitter-based news. And it is from the BBC. Bird charity locked out of Twitter after woodcock tweets. The AI isn't really doing his job there because after a bird charity is tweeting about woodcocks, the AI comes in and goes, all right, come on, will you stop tweeting obscenities? And I go, what the fuck are you on about, mate? You wait until you hear about, the blue-footed booby and the great tit. So that's quite fun. And look at that little bird as well. Like, he doesn't know he's named after a dick. Idiot.
I mean, and you could buy, and I've looked it up, stuffed woodcock online. Like, it's
that up.
See, okay, you know what? Well, fuck you then. I was going to say it's actual food, but if you want to turn it into a, yeah.
Yes, I know. Polly's got a display shelf of just like a load of stuffed woodcocks, disabled
spotted
Barbies, and sewn buttholes.
Jesus. That's the level we're operating at.
Hell yeah, who don't love a Monday? Fucking hell. Let's move on. Boy playing hide and seek found in different country after going missing for 6 days. Safe to say he fucking won that game, I should imagine. He hid inside one of them big metal cargo containers, which then got picked up, and he ended up in a different country.
Oh.
Yeah, but they did find him, so it's okay.
Is it?
I guess so. Yeah, why not? Didn't eat a shark. Fuck it. Well, what else have we got? We have got anti-insect laser gun turrets designed by Osaka University, expected to work on cockroaches too. Anti-insect laser gun turrets.
I'm okay for this.
Do I need to say it again? Anti-insect laser gun turrets. Here it is working on a moth. It tracks it. Boom! You see that? Turn up! Whoa, moth, got you. Boom! Gone! Fire! Gotcha. Boom! Fucking gone! Moth's gone! Anti-insect laser gun turrets. We truly are living in the best of times, Sin.
This is the cyberpunk I wanted.
Right? Except all your fucking hot assassins are eating great white sharks.
It's true. And they don't have, like, robot arms to be able to, like, jerk without tiring.
Oh, no. They'd just mangle it, wouldn't they?
Well, I'd like to think they developed tech for a little bit of, soft touch, but...
Yeah, it's Superman software.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Fucking London West End. Man crushed by telescopic urinal dies.
Hey, fuck you, man!
Why do I feel that Valine is aiming me? Okay. Game Valine, Gamer Valine, Game Valiner, thank you for the 850. It's not beet juice either, you jackass. You need 70% or more cacao, and that's what makes the cake red.
Cacao.
Cacao. No, cacao.
I have literally never heard it called cacao once.
Caca. Uh-oh.
Polly's turned into a
You
bird.
You need 70% chocolate, and that's what makes it the cake red. It's
it's not. It's fucking food dye.
It's not like that's the only thing she can bake or anything, she
I
says.
think Walmart's doing all this measuring with the cacao and powder and all this shit. No. They're just putting red food dye in the mixer and calling it a day.
Well, she starts with the previous donation was true red velvet cake, so she's going like full true Scotsman here.
Ugh.
So it's real, quote, authentic red velvet cake.
The only real Philly cheesesteaks are blah, blah, blah.
It's true.
It's made in a wok.
Now, I said a wok was subplanting. Yeah, you got to use a griddle if you want to be all fancy, but like if you're not trying to feedify.
I really want to get a griddle.
Full circle.
Well,
full circle.
Yeah.
Ezzy Slays throws a $1.99 super chat, says birds aren't real. That is true, sir. They are government surveillance drones, much like a weather balloon. Thank you, Ezzy Slays. Man who's in the know. So you see this this grey thing in the back of the picture right there? That is it's a urinal that comes out on the night time for men to just, basically piss away their dignity in public. It's designed to stop people from pissing in the street by, making them piss in the street. So these things come out of the ground on a night time, and a man comes in, the thing's stuck or whatever, and he's got to repair it, and then bang, crushes him, and he dies. What a horrible, horrible, horrible way to go.
So, toilets that telescope out of the ground, but only at night?
Yeah. How do the toilets know it's night? I know, it's a good question. No,
Why only at night? People have to piss during the day. I've had to piss during the day. It's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's when people are just like going to find a lane or a fucking, that tree right there or something like. What really gets me though is there's a portable toilet right there as well. Like just have those.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, it's the grey thing that the crane is holding on to in the centre of the photo there. That's the thing that comes out of the ground of a night time.
See, robotic killer toilets that are crushing people. This is not the cyberpunk I want.
No. It's actually a little better than the ones in Amsterdam, though. Those are fucking disgusting. Oh, good lord. I mean, this is, when fucking feminists go like, we just want to be equal to men. No, you don't. This is what you can expect if you want to be equal to men. Getting crushed by piss. Street piss.
Ham and beans. Day pissing. Gross. I got nothing for you, man. I can't believe you typed. I can't believe you typed day pissing. I got nothing.
I save all of my urine until nightfall. As God intended.
I can't believe a grown man typed that out. That's nerve I probably wouldn't have had. I
don't shit during the Sabbath. Right, who's been worrying about what world records have been broken this week?
Oh, me.
Not I, said the white guy.
Ooh.
because I saw the only one that matters.
What's he doing this week? Is he carrying 6 plates, 4 bowls? Well,
That is not David Rush. It's 6 plates and 4 bowls. The most amount of crockery ever carried in one run.
Well, he's got 2 forks in his back pocket and chopsticks in his shoes. Like, what the fuck bullshit did you come up with? This guy just writes shit on dice and roll them and goes, there, that's what I'll do.
That's what I'm doing. I'm promoting STEM. No, it's not. It is world's oldest dog. It's Bobby, and he's 30 years old.
Yeah, this is the one.
Very much a good boy. Is that the same one that you saw, Sid?
Yes, of course.
Oh, fucking
I totally get
This
it.
is the only world record I have ever cared about.
Fair. Yeah, fair enough. Good old Bobby.
Hey, what's that adorable white husky-looking dog? What's the story there?
5 canine records smashed at Dogfest. Do you want to have a look at? We'll have a look at that real quick. Right, there's one of them. Okay. Oh, there, fucking velvet hippo right there. All right, so we got our fastest 30 meter recall was Freddy. Most sits
Freddy.
in 1 minute. Most sits in 1 minute. That's just dog torture, isn't it? Sit up, sit up, sit up. Like, I'm doing it! Can't give me a fucking treat! No spins in 30 seconds from Little Joe. Fastest time to perform 10 volts off of a human was, again, Little Joe. And most alternate pull shakes in 30 seconds was Jacob.
Good boy. I love that dog made it to 30. That's a long time he's been a good boy.
Volts off of human, right? Look at the second photo right here. That little fucker's horizontal, mate. Fuck.
He is. Looks like he's kind of like stapled there. That's cool.
That's art. That is art. Let's get into some technology news. We've got a major breakthrough as artificial pancreases, or pancreas, successfully treats type 1 diabetes, which is actually fucking awesome news. We truly are living in the best times. And, what can beat that? Well, of course, it's going to be the return of the dodo, isn't it? The problem, right, so funding a mission to reincarnate the dodo. Brilliant. So who's funding that? The CIA. Now, Ezzy Slays, a moment ago, rightfully said birds aren't real. And he's right in that because the birds are government surveillance drones. As shown by the CIA funding a mission to reincarnate the dodo. I was getting very wary of a dodo from now on. I mean, why? I don't know. It's fucking because we can, I guess. Here's the thing, though, because apparently, like, they were hunted to extinction, weren't they? So what we can surmise from that is that dodos were fucking delicious.
See, Cannibalistic Wizard just said it. You have to imagine dodos. Like, I'm glad they're coming back because apparently they were, like, fucking scrumptious.
Yeah. And they had a rough ride, didn't they, really? You know.
Yeah, but look at them. I mean,
ugly as fuck, man. They look sad. It's like they know they're going to go extinct. There's a lot of beak going on as well. There's a lot of beak.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd like to eat a dodo. Let's fucking bring it back. I just don't want a CIA-funded dodo. That's all. And on to our titular article. This episode of the AAA Meeting, episode 301, is brought to you by the tagline, Serenity Now! Why? Well, here's why. An AI Seinfeld was banned from Twitch over transphobic jokes.
I'll just go ahead and delete this for Friday.
So,
was this the... Oh, God, it was. Like, the Seinfeld-like AI that was running on its own? Jesus, yeah. I watched it for a little bit. It was interesting.
And it just is... I mean, it's a show about nothing forever. It just keeps going, Polly. It just won't stop. But then, fucking on Twitch. According to, there you go. There's a scene where a virtual Larry is doing stand-up and remarks about he's thinking about doing a bit about how transgender is actually a mental illness, or how all liberals are secretly gay and want to impose their will on everyone, or something about how transgender people are ruining the fabric of society, but no one is laughing. And then Twitch comes in and goes, yeah, you can't do that. And the company's going, it's not us, it's the AI, it's learning. But it's learning the wrong things. I mean, it's one thing to discover this could be the first time that you've heard that there is an AI Seinfeld out there. It's quite another one to discover that this AI Seinfeld is apparently telling transphobic jokes. But hey, you gotta keep up with modern times. And you may now consider yourself news.
All right.
Oh god, I'm a
News.
lime.
Still
a lime. Well, I do have a game, but unfortunately we don't have time for a game because that news, it ran out. Well, we had a lot to talk about, gents.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot to talk about. So, should we have a couple of questions before we get out of it?
That sounds
Yeah,
like
sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, if people in the chat, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat, and we'll do our best to pay attention to the shit that you're spewing. Sinatra, have you got anything for us?
Yeah, I got a video going up on the Silent Sin and a video going up on Sin and Sass. Go check it out.
Hell yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Sinatra. He is prolific as fuck when it comes to that delicious, delicious content. Polly, did you do a noir bar over the weekend?
I did not. Not.
Well, that defeats my next question then, which was how long was it this time? Old Man Enfield says, how does being a lime feel, honestly?
So.
Well, it ain't easy being green. Well, there we go then, guys. This show is over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, then don't go buying your kids a disabled Barbie just yet. We're going to be back on Wednesday on the Polybob channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30am on Christmas Island with news, games, and banter that will make you literally die. I am heading over to twitch.tv/drunkenplays for some epic gameage. While you're there, be sure to check out Sinatra_says and Polly_dub. But if it's way past your bedtime, then thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the generous, generous donations. Atto, I'm looking at your sweet butthole. And don't create an AI Seinfeld.
Don't pay for Red Velvet.
Serenity Now!